Okay, I think we've got time for one final question. Yeah, we've got time? Okay, great. So the question I'd like to go to is from Jordan Rowley. Where are you? Over there. All right, let's just wait to get a camera to you and a microphone.
When does self-esteem cross over into confidence, into arrogance? And when does humility cross over into low self-esteem?
So the question is, Rabbi, when does self-esteem cross over into arrogance? And when does humility cross over into low self-esteem? Just out of interest, raise your hands if you think that in general people your age have a low self-esteem. In general, people tend to have low self-esteem among your age group. Okay, so maybe about 50%. Raise your hands if you think that in general people your age are sort of brought up in a very nice coloured environment and can often be quite arrogant and have very high self-esteem levels. You don't have to be talking about yourself necessarily, but just okay, so maybe about 20%. All right, Rabbi, what would you say with regard to the self-esteem question?
I'd say it's like this. I think, if I may, the question is a very important one, but it might be a slight category error. The issue of arrogance and non-arrogance is separate from this. It might be related to self-esteem, non-self-esteem. You'll actually often find people who are particularly arrogant are people who actually have quite low self-esteem. And they're putting a mask on of power. But arrogance and humility, in Jewish senses, humility does not mean I'm meek, right? Who's the most humble of all people is Moses. And Moshe wrote that about himself. God dictates it, but he writes it. Right? Yeah. Humility, I think, comes... Let's say arrogance is when I think I'm more important than other people. Humility is I don't think I'm more important than other people. Low self-esteem and high self-esteem means I think I'm worthy or I think I'm not worthy. The correct balance is to have high self-esteem and humility. I think I'm very worthy and I have a role to play in the world that is really important, but I don't think that's better or worse than anybody else. If we think about it, right, take an example of cells in a body. Each cell, each certain area of tissue has some role to play, typically that no other part of the body is going to do. It's needed, it's critical. Without it, the body can't function. Right? Now imagine cells having, am I more important than you? Are you more important than me? If any of them don't work, the whole thing doesn't work. The Jewish concept is each of us is put in the world where our unique confluence of capabilities, abilities, whether it's through our unique genetics and upbringing and combination thereof, has endowed us or yielded within us something, together with life circumstances, that no other human being in the world is going to have. And that means we're going to have something to offer the world that no one else is going to offer. No one else. Even if everyone in the world was perfect, the world would be missing something if we weren't doing our little bit. And that gives us both self-esteem, that I actually have something. I may not even know yet in life at this particular moment what it is. And yet humility. I'm an important cell, and so are you, and so are you, and so are you, and so are you. We're all critical. We all need each other. We don't threaten each other. We're not, I need you, you need me. You've got something beautiful to offer the world that I don't have. I've got something to offer that you don't have. And that's how we look at it. In that model, we could all have, and should all have, tremendous self-esteem and tremendous humility at the same time.
Great. Thank you so much. So Rabbi Rowe, JFS, thank you for joining us, and thank you for being part of Grill the Rabbi. We'll see you soon for another episode.
To stay up to date with the latest JCV content, if you're on YouTube, click subscribe below the video and the alarm bell. And if you're on Facebook, click the like button, and under following, click see first.